Hi, my name is Debbie Taylor, and it's a pleasure to be here. For the past 12 years, I've worked at and owned cloud-based services. We're one of the larger quick-based solution providers, and for the past 2 years, we've been really honored to receive awards as one of the premier or best partners of the year. And I am honored to talk to you about ways that we can collaborate to help our customers make business simpler. At CloudBase Services, we think ourselves as business process innovators with tech superpowers. So who are we? We've been in business for 12 years, and during that time, we've served more than 300 clients and completed more than 1,500 projects. But more than that, I'm really proud that our customers like us and stay with us. On average, they rate the team here 4.9 out of 5.0. And when they do that rating, they usually cite three things that they like. One is our knowledge of QuickBase and technical excellence. The second is our ability to really understand their business problems and help them solve those using technology. And the third is really good customer service. Well, what are our services? We like to say at CloudBase, we get the job done, just like Lin-Manuel Miranda does. We go through a fairly similar process with most clients. We start by just trying to ask them, what are you trying to do and how do you do it right now? We then help them improve their process and identify where you can design and build a system to make it go more smoothly. Our systems usually are integrated with other systems, whether that's Gmail or SAP or Dropbox. And we often add in analytics. Sometimes we use the great native tools in QuickBase, and other times we use Tableau or Power BI, which are two of the leading analytics tools. I and many of the people who work at CloudBase are teachers by training. So we always offer our clients training. I am also one of three QSPs that's credentialed to deliver QuickBase training. All of our clients get support from us as well. What I'm really here today is to talk about some quick start services that we offer for QuickBase customers. We have a couple of different offerings. The one that I'm going to focus on, we call 1 Week, 1 App. We also have really complex, robust apps that are ready to go that we can sell for a fixed price. And for anybody who wants to just jump in and get started, we're happy to sign a 10-hour retainer with them and start the next day. But for now, let's talk about 1 Week, 1 App. 1 Week, 1 App is a great product. Basically, a client picks a work week. We agree on a time that we're going to meet every day. And then we have a 1-hour web-based working session where we start at the very beginning being identifying what the problem is and figuring out how to make the process better using QuickBase. We teach them in that very first session how to create tables and fields. And then after that first session, we give them some homework. So for instance, we might start the session with a shared screen talking about an app and decide jointly that we need to have 6 different tables. We, the QuickBase trainer, would then create 1 or 2 tables with them watching. We'd ask them if they understood, and then we'd pass the screen to them, and they would go ahead and create tables 3 and 4. While we're watching, they can ask questions. We can give them pointers. And then that session might end, and we would say, okay, your homework for today is to go and create those other 2 tables with those other 2 fields. And that would be it for day 1. Days 2, 3, 4, and 5 have a similar feel, an hour of meeting and a shared work session, and then an hour or so of homework for the client so they can practice after day 2, building forms and reports and relationships. After day 3, they'll know how to load data and use the functions that are built into QuickBase to easily upload data from places like Google Drive as well. During day 4, we'll teach them about roles. We'll also teach them about testing, which, as you know, is really important. And then they'll have homework that involves creating additional roles and testing it using the test data that's in there. On day 5, we talk about launching it. So what does it mean to launch a good system? How to take out extraneous information or things you put in there when you were building that you no longer need. And we'll talk about implementation. So at the end of a week, the client has a system that's up and working. It solves a very specific problem, and it may well just become the nut, the base of a much larger system. There's a person at the client site who's gotten QuickBase training, and more importantly is an evangelist and knows how to spread the word about the app and about QuickBase. We found a lot of benefits to this process over the past 10 years. My perspective is we don't talk often enough about the benefits to you, the folks who work at QuickBase. For you, the benefits of this are, it's a quick sale that's going to stick. It's going to get, if folks are building this during their trial period, they're going to sign up at the end of the week. And if you don't want to do it that way, we can just insist that they need to sign first, and then we'll get their app up and running in a week. It's less work for you. The folks here are, the folks at CloudBase here are really good at working with customers and should decrease the number of worrisome calls you get. And as importantly, if you're not working with this customer, you can be out earning more money with a different customer. What's in it for the client? Well, just to recap, they get results quickly, they get confidence and support, they're guaranteed of success. Since we at CloudBase are also going to work 10 hours over the week, we know that we can get their app going. And they have an ongoing solution provider, which QuickBase's research has shown leads to much better and more secure customer success. So who's the right target for this? If you're talking to a customer or a new department at an existing customer who has a specific need that we can articulate, they could benefit from 1 week, 1 app. We've built this successfully for sales, for project management, for ticketing and service desks. So as long as the customer knows what they want, we can get it built in a week. Another key is that there is a person or up to 3 people there who have the time and the interest to learn. So time-wise, again, they need to be able to set aside 10 hours during a week. And in terms of ability, what we say is they either have to have used and helped design a relational database before, or they have to be enough of an Excel nerd to constantly be putting things into rows and columns in Excel spreadsheets. We'd also really suggest that you bring CloudBase in early to the sales process. This 1 week, 1 app package, the success is really actually guaranteed or lost during the sales process, in that the key is having a good person and a good use case for it. So bring us in early, we'll follow your lead, we'll help move things along, we'll stay out of your way if you want, and we'll get folks up and running quickly. One of you had asked in the hallway, well, what is it you deliver? And so here you can see the keys about what we deliver. So we basically deliver about a 5-table app with 4 smart data entry forms. What is not delivered? So in 1 week, we are not going to build any custom user interfaces. We are not going to do any custom integration. And for the most part, we are not going to do data normalization. Just a small caveat on that. We can do a bit of data normalization if that's absolutely needed. But for the most part, we prefer that we spend our time working on the system, not working on the data. As I mentioned earlier on, this is really one of 3 offerings we have to get customers up and running quickly. The second is something we call One App, and we're working really closely with Mark Moses right now. We have built a great app that handles sales and member management. And that app has lots of bells and whistles on it, some cool custom UI, and can really be launched the next day by an organization that's trying to track sales, track members, and forecast how sales are going to grow over the year and how sales compare to the forecast. We have similar apps like that for professional services. Any company that is needing to bill time worked and therefore track time work, we have a great app for them. We've got a clinical trial financial management app that's being used in 15 different organizations right now. And we've got a whiz-bang, you'd never believe you could build it in QuickBase, marketing portfolio management application that includes everything from activities, tactics, vendors, financial results, and approvals in it. We launched it to 1,800 people at TD Bank with almost no issues in the past few months, and we can replicate that app quickly for other customers. The other way to do a quick start really is just to say, great, start working with this partner. We can get them out of contract in a day. That just is a basic time and materials contract. So who are we? We think we're a dream team, but we'll let you be the judge of that. But mostly we want you to know that it's a we. So although I'm here today talking about CloudBase, many of you got to meet Ken Loader at the Partner Summit just a few weeks ago, and Matan Kumar as well. So they are a vital part of our team, as are the 15 other professionals that call CloudBase their home during the day. We love our clients, and here are a few of our mutual clients. Our clients love us too, and so here are a few of the things they've said about us in the past. And we would like to say thank you for your time, and I can now answer any questions.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
Can you give an example of what goes into an implementation plan?
Sure. So an implementation plan includes a few different things. It includes who needs to learn the system and in what roles they're going to work. It includes how they're going to be trained, whether that's in meetings or just by posting online resources. And it includes some clear metrics, like by this date, this many people will be doing this many things in the system.
Okay. And then regarding payment, is that paid upfront or in increments?
Sure, it's paid in pennies, cold, hard cash. No, just kidding. With the 1 week, 1 app product, we require payment in full before the second day of training.
Okay, good to know. How do you manage the increase in complexity as you go through the process with the clients during the 1 week app? And they start introducing concepts like tables. Sorry, this one doesn't.
Okay, it's okay. So I think what you're asking about is how do we deal with scope creep or changes in what people want in an app? And so first of all, that's normal. We definitely, live, as we like to tell our clients, we live in the real world and we know things change. So when a client starts to want to just add functionality to a QuickBase, we remind them that one of the great things about QuickBase is that it's easy to add things onto and it's easy to change. And we also explain that we use an agile development process. And by that, we mean that we are going to get the first chunk of work done this week and get it launched successfully. And we're going to keep a list. In fact, we're going to create a QuickBase table. That's our development list with all the other things that they want to add on after we finish this first phase of work. And then they'll have a choice. They can either do that work themselves or work with us under a separate contract to get it done.
Okay, yeah, I think that answers my question. Do you have a testimonial or a use case you can share?
I do. We have a case study that we wrote for Maximum Games. So, let me work with Erin to get that out to you.
Okay, perfect. And then how do you work with people who just want you to do it for them? Does that come in at a $3,000, $10,000 budget?
Sure. So we work with lots of clients who just want us to do it for them. In fact, that's, I would say the normal MO of people. And so what we generally do is we get on the phone, and during the sales process, we'll try and scope what the work is and then give them an estimated price and timeline. And, we have projects that are $3,000 and we have projects that are $300,000. If I had to guess, I would say the average contract is maybe $7,500.
Okay, yeah. And then last question, during the sales cycle, if it's a big sale, do you actually come on site?
Sure. We really like meeting our customers, and it's actually funny these days. With with WebEx and with some of the other things, you can actually feel like you've already met the customer without meeting them. But as I learned again this week when I was actually just over at MGH earlier today, there's nothing that replaces meeting somebody in person. So yes, we'll gladly go on site.
Awesome. I think that's all I have for you.
Great. Thanks so much.